This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. The first stanza and chorus of Stephen Taylor and Helen Lemmel's hymn, Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus, goes like this. O soul, are you weary and troubled? No light in the darkness you see. There's light for a look at the Savior, and life more abundant and free. I recall being in a conflicting situation, feeling hurt and misunderstood. As I kept getting caught in a sense of hopelessness and despair, the chorus of the song came to me. Turn your eyes upon Jesus, look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this earth will go strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. This truth warmed my heart as I stood in the midst of a situation where there seems to be no obvious solution. In Matthew 14, we are told of Jesus facing the tragic loss of his cousin, John the Baptizer. Jesus withdraws to a solitary place, but crowds follow him there. In his compassion, he chooses to respond to the needs of the people, rather than take the time that he wanted by himself. From verses 22 to 33, we are told that Jesus at the end of day, having earlier miraculously fed the 5,000, sends the disciples ahead of him to the other side, dismissing the crowds as well. Shortly before dawn, Jesus heads out to catch up with the disciples, who by now are a considerable distance away on sea. As they see Jesus walking on water at such an hour at night, the disciples are terrified, thinking they are seeing a ghost. But Jesus immediately reveals himself to them, saying, Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid. Peter asked Jesus to confirm this. Lord, if it is you, tell me to come to you on water. Come, Jesus responds. And so Peter gets off the boat, onto the water, and walks on it, walking towards Jesus. But his eyes soon fall on the impact of the wind on the waves, and he finds himself sinking in the deep waters. He cries out to Jesus, Lord, save me. Jesus reaches out to Peter and takes hold of him, calling out perhaps with Jesus-like gentleness, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? As they climb into the boat together, for all the disciples this was a moment of deep spiritual revelation, as they declare, Truly, you are the Son of God. What is your storm today? Is it a conflict? Is it unemployment? Is it ill health of a loved one? Is it your financial debt or financial worries? Is it a wayward son or daughter or a wayward parent? What hopeless situation are you in? Like Peter, you might be tempted to look at the storm around you. The strong wind and the waves may seem ready to engulf you. Would you, like Peter, turn your eyes away from the storm, look to Jesus, and call out to him to save you in the midst of your despair? Wherever you are, whatever you've done, when you cry out to Jesus, our God and Savior, his instinctive response is to reach out and help you. He cannot not do that. It is his very nature to love you, to pursue you, and respond to your cry of help with compassion that no one else in this world can ever offer you. And as you reach out to him and experience his response, your faith in him will only get deeper and stronger. So as we learn from the author of Hebrews in Hebrews 12:2, from which I have adapted here, let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and the perfecter of our faith. He, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross and scorned its shame. And now in all his victory is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. That hopeless situation in your life and mine, Jesus knows exactly how it can be dealt with. So turn your eyes upon Jesus. Keep your eyes fixed on him and invite him into your mess, into your problems, into your heartbreaks, into your fears, into your tears. He cannot ignore you. He simply cannot ignore the cry of a broken or a heavy heart. So, in the midst of the storm, through the wind and the rain, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.